Hey guys, welcome to Engineer Your Supply Chain. I'm Jim Moran, former engineer turned supply chain and sourcing expert. I have decades of experience guiding Fortune 500 companies through the challenges of global manufacturing. So I'm here to share practical insights, proven strategies, and the latest in science of the supply chain. Today, we're going to talk about using AI to find risk in your supply chain, what those risks are, and of course, some useful tips about each risk. This is a follow up to my previous episode about get started using AI for your supply chain. And this is all brand new. So now's the time to really jump in. And don't worry, we'll figure it all out together. Okay. Why would we use AI to find risks in our supply chain? Global supply chains are growing more complex each day. The pressure is on us as supply chain execs and operations VPs to really pinpoint potential risks fast, right, before they escalate. How many of us in a ton of time a week or each day, our team perhaps is spending so much time a day fighting fires, right? A supplier says, yeah, sorry, we can't deliver this today. And now you're trying to avoid a line down event. And everybody's running around with their hair on fire. You get this one solved, tomorrow, another fire you got to solve. So you can use AI's capability to process vast data sets and detect hidden trends to really give supply chain leaders, give you visibility. You need to keep operations steady and costs controlled. Right? I say it's like having a crystal ball to see what's coming. So I've found 5 ways that AI can quickly identify risks in your supply chain. And I have a few essential things to keep in mind to maximize your investment. To see how it works and what data is needed, again, that's covered in a previous video that I'll link to in the notes here. Okay, so here are 5 things I found that these are risks that AI can help you find in your supply chain. So the first one is really predicting supplier reliability, right? Reliability. AI powered predictive analytics can monitor your supplier performance history, your production lead times, and geopolitical or environmental factors that impact supplier reliability. For example, there's a longshoreman strike on the West Coast could delay your shipments from Asia. Right? AI can say, hey, you know what, there's a pending longshoreman strike, or maybe there's a looming conflict in the Red Sea that affects shipments that go through the Suez. It can see all that data and kind of give you an idea to say, guys, this is a big risk here, right? So, this kind of insight gives you an early warning when a supplier may struggle to meet demand and give you time to source alternative suppliers or adjust inventory buffers, kind of proactively, right? So a tip here is to really pay attention to the flagged suppliers that AI has flagged, ones with consistent delays or consistent quality issues. This is really a signal to review and diversify your supply base. And to do this, just really engage your supply chain project team to help the supplier resolve these issues and to find alternative suppliers. Okay. So another thing is forecasting demand volatility, right? So if there's unexpected changes in demand, these can really cripple your supply chain, leading to stockouts or, on the opposite way, excess inventory, and all this just really ties up cash flow. And AI can help analyze past sales trends, seasonality, and even combine it with external factors. Like we mentioned before, economic data, social media sentiment, perhaps changes to economy policies, like based on a recent presidential election. Again, I have another video that kind of discusses the 2024 election and how those policies might affect a supply chain. So make sure you check that out. So anyway, AI can help you keep inventory levels in check and minimize disruptions due to some demand spikes or drops. Right? And the tip is here to, we really rely a lot on historical data, but using AI, it really shines when it combines the historical patterns with real-time data and what all the outside information, right? So the AI is a kind of a supercomputer brain that processes all the previous data and what's coming in, what's happening now. It reads all the news and kind of combines it, helps you get a better idea of demand and how to plan accordingly. All right. So a third risk is AI will help you identify production bottlenecks, right? And talk about headaches, right? Manufacturing delays and bottlenecks, they pose significant risks, especially if they lead to a line down situation. And any kind of line down situation costs you revenue, can really set you behind on any of your KPI for the year. And AI can track production metrics in real time, analyze them to identify potential delays and specific stages of your manufacturing processes. And of course, early detection allows your team to resolve issues before they cause major disruptions. Okay. Um, One thing to keep an eye on, one thing to note: inconsistent data from manual entries or disparate systems may obscure your insights. And with this, really, an AI savvy consultant is helpful to help integrate these data sources and create a centralized, transparent view, and really reduces the chances of missing critical red flags. Okay, so the fourth risk that AI can help you with to identify in your supply chain is monitoring transportation risks. So, shipping costs are real volatile, and there's changing regulations, changes in tariffs, and there's transportation through high risk areas in your supply chain. AI uses data on route optimization, fuel costs, weather patterns, port congestions to help you identify and mitigate potential disruptions. The level of insight this provides enables you to make proactive decisions on routing your transportations, what kind of transportation mode to use, and maybe warehousing levels. Okay. Again, to ensure AI models are fed with complete data, make sure you include secondary and tertiary transport partners, and even secondary and second tier, third tier, fourth tier suppliers to your immediate supplier. Okay. All right. So the fifth and the last one we're going to cover here in terms of AI risks, monitoring your regulatory compliance. And again, these are regulations that might be constantly shifting. Non-compliance can really wreak havoc to your supply chain and lead to fines or reputational damage. And AI tools are there to keep you updated on relevant regulations across countries and automatically flag shipments or practices that may breach compliance standards. And just know that there may be gaps in AI's understanding of complex or overlapping regulations. So partnering with an expert familiar with both compliance and AI ensures your system remains fully compliant. Okay, so those were 5 things that I've found that AI can identify in your supply chain. And I really want to caution you that it really makes sense to bring in an AI supply chain consultant to help you with this. And why this makes sense is, AI has immense potential, but implementing it effectively in a supply chain, it's not just plug and play. Remember, AI is only as good as the prompts it's given, and it's only as good as the data it has to work with. So without a knowledgeable expert kind of guiding the AI with the right prompts and the ability to deal with imperfect data, the results may fall short. And an AI aligned consultant can identify and implement the right tools you need to keep you one step ahead of potential disruptions. And imagine having like an AI supply chain risk assessment tailored to your operations. This is a rapid, accurate way to identify and address vulnerabilities that could impact production. And the good news is that AI supply chain companies already exist to help. So one last note on those is AI supply chain risk assessments are really inexpensive. They're usually only about 0.1% of what a single line down situation could cost your annual revenue. Okay. So, don't wait for a crisis to act. I've found a trusted firm that provides awesome AI risk assessments. and you can get started right away. I'll put the link in the show notes here where you can just apply for your AI supply chain risk assessment. The application takes about 5 minutes to fill out and have an AI risk assessment done in a week or two. Okay. So let's future proof your operations, make line down situations a thing of the past. Okay. And if you want to talk about this more or schedule a strategy session with me, I'll put that link in the show notes as well. Okay. All right. Be safe. Let's make it a great day.